Hi guys, I am doing my Twin Tuesday with Krystle. She did it with Noah, and I think she said I did with Sean. When I pulled the outfit out, I actually realized I have 3-month size, and it will not fit Sean. I tried, but it was a no-go, so I'm going to have to use Dyni, my RealCare 3 baby. I know I've got quite a few requests about doing like a day in the life of with one of my RealCares. Currently, I just have my 2+, which is my Japanese girl, and Dyni, who is my 3, out. I might get out my 2. I have packed her, or him, not her, him away. I had done a video with a bunch of my RealCares going over the differences late last year, I believe it was. And I just decided to pack them away for now, since I didn't really use them. And I was hoping to be able to do like a day in the life of type video with one of my RealCares, and I just never got to it with my Caucasian female that was a 3. And ultimately, she ended up selling just before Christmas, before I was able to get to doing a video with her. So I was unable to do the video. Literally the day she sold on a Sunday, and I was planning on Monday to make the video of like a day in the life of. But so anyways, Dyni and Oakley's batteries need to be replaced, both of them, and I just haven't gotten to it. I know where to order them. I made that video. It's just lately it's not been a priority. I've got so much going on between my kids and just life in general has just been like ultra super busy. And I just realized I buttoned this wrong, I believe. Yes, I did. I think. So anyways, life's just been crazy. We had fair week, and then after fair, my kids had Monday through Wednesday off for fair stuff. Then on Thursday they went back to school, and Thursday was when the storm started hitting, or the cold front came in and the freezing rain hit. So school, the district ultimately decided to, why am I missing a button somewhere? The district ultimately decided to cancel school early that day. Oh. Maybe I was right the way I buttoned it. Oh well. And so my friend went and picked the boy, or not the boys, her boys, she was picking her boys up. So she ended up picking up my kids for me and bringing them home. And then Wednesday they didn't have school because it was a storm day. And then that whole next week was when crap hit the fan with Texas. So then we stayed at my mother-in-law's for that week. And then we came home, and then last week was just kind of getting back into the swing of things. And yeah, it's just, life's been hectic. And then the kids, I was going to do this video on Monday, and then surprise, my kids had Monday off from school. It was a planned holiday. It was a teacher in service day, actually. I completely forgot about it. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays are just typically not that great of days for me. Those days are usually we're super busy. And tomorrow I actually have to go to the consignment store to drop off clothes my kids have outgrown. Now that meant I needed to go through all their clothes. Now back a few weeks ago, my son and I went through all of his clothes, got them all washed because my mother is a shopaholic. Like major shopaholic. I ask her to buy something for one of the kids, or one of the kids asks her for something. And not only will she go buy that, she thinks she needs to buy like 10 other things. And then because she's buying something for one kid, she needs to in turn buy something for both kids. And it's like, no, don't do that. They have too much. So for the daddy-daughter date that my daughter did with my husband, she picked out this really cute dress. It was like a kind of a salmon-y color, almost lacy dress, and she said it reminded her of Taylor Swift. Well, for fair she needed cowboy boots, so we got her some cowboy boots for fair. And she's like, Mom, these boots will look really cute with that dress, because, you know, Taylor Swift wears cowboy boots with a dress like this. I'm like, okay, sounds good. I don't have to go find shoes to match this. Then it came out, oh, by the way, I need a jean jacket to go with it, because that's something that would look cute with this. So she calls my mom and asks my mom if my mom will buy her a jean jacket, and my mom obliges. So my mom goes and buys a jean jacket, but of course she can't just buy the jean jacket. She needs to buy a jean jacket, a jean skirt, a shirt to go with both of them. Now, mind you, we have the dress, and she knows about the dress. Some shoes. I'm like, Mother, all I asked was for a jean jacket. And then you wonder why my kids' closets look the way they do. And then because she bought stuff for my daughter, she in turn felt she needed to buy some things for my son, who didn't need anything. Or she was going to, but I talked her out of it. I'm like, Mom, no, I literally just went through his closet. He still has way too many clothes. The only thing he might need it's Texas, so we go between like colder and warmer, is some shorts. But he doesn't need them right now. Like, it's one of those things, if you go someplace, you find them on sale, great, pick them up. If not, okay, we'll wait. But she did end up, to balance it out, for county fair, both of the kids won belt buckles. And my son's belt from last year, it fit, but it was getting snug. And being my daughter won 2 belt buckles, she needed a belt. And so what we ultimately decided to do, I'm like, instead of buying her a belt, why don't we just get him a new belt, and then she can have his old belt, because she actually liked his old belt. Sorry guys. So she got his old belt, and then my mom bought him a new belt, so to kind of even out. So that worked out. It was like, this is what I'm talking about, Mom. You don't need to buy something for both kids because one child needs something, because there might be when the other child needs something and you want to buy that instead of this. So anyways, things have just been hectic. And then on top of everything, we've been spending a lot of time at my mother-in-law's house, where my brother-in-law and sister-in-law live, which I've really been loving. You know, I get adult time since it's being a stay-at-home mom. Usually my adult time was like volunteering at the school, but because of COVID, I can't do that. It's nice to go over and be with other adults. My sister-in-law, her and I get along great. We've actually formed a really, really, really close friendship within the last, I would say, 6 months. We've become really super close. I mean, we did stuff with them before, and we enjoyed doing stuff with them before, but I mean, we confide in each other more now. Like, she was going through some struggles recently, and she picked up the phone and called me to talk about it, and we talked through some of it. Last night we started a Bible study, or she started a Bible study there, and it's me, her mom, her aunt, a friend of hers, her friend's foster daughter who's a teenager, and then actually my neighbor on the other side of the house. I met my neighbor on the other side of the house, both of them, sweet as can be, and like last night, we're growing a friendship, and that's fantastic. Like, it feels really good because I've got friends that I've made because of my kids. And like Heather. I adore Heather, love Heather to death. But it's nice to be able to make friends outside of your kids. That not just your common denominator is A, having a child, or B, having a child with autism. Like, you connect on other levels, and the neighbor on the other side of the house, we have been connecting on like other levels. So I've really been enjoying that friendship. It's just been very positive for me recently. Although, like I said, we started this Bible study, and since we decided to do this Bible study, I know, and I'm not trying to get all preachy, I will preface to say I believe in God. I'm not ultra religious. I do believe there's God. I believe we need to have a relationship with Him. Do I believe that means you need to go to church every Sunday? No. Can you listen to church at home on YouTube? Yeah. Can you listen to church if that's what you feel to do, but you don't need to. And Krystle and I both listen to Dad Challenge podcast. Yeah, Dad Challenge DCP. Dad Challenge podcast or Dad Challenge channel. He has 2 channels because people are copywriting striking him. Anyways, he is an ex-pastor, and he's been doing a series on Bible verses with swearing, and then he's also talked about things within the church, and I wholeheartedly agree with him. And he says, like, you know, a lot of times the big churches just want you because they want your money. And you know, you can do other things besides church, going physically to church. So anyways, I felt that since my sister-in-law approached me and said, hey, I want to start this Bible study, are you interested? And I said yes. I felt that the devil is trying to sneak in and cause issues. And this is just like my own like more positive thought. Like a year ago, this would have been a completely negative thought, and it would have been like horrible. But on Friday was like an extremely bad day for me. You couldn't get any worse. I drove weekday mornings. My husband's aunt adopted her granddaughter. She needs someone to take her granddaughter to school, so after my kids get on the bus, she drops her off at our house, and then I drive her to school when it's time to go to school because my husband's aunt needs to go to work. Works out fine. So I drop her off at school, and as we're driving there, I'm like, my back tire's low. Well, my tire pressure gauge has gone off, been blinking at me for the last week. I told my husband to check it. He never did. Man thing. Anyways, so I'm like, you know, I need to go get this taken care of. Well, I need to go stop at Walmart before I do this. And so I stopped at Walmart, did a little shopping in Walmart, and I came out. I started leaving, and I literally was driving from Walmart over to the tire shop, and I hear the noise. So I'm like, what the heck? So I quickly pull off to a gas station and thinking, okay, maybe my tire is just a little low. I'll air it up and then continue to drive to the tire store to get it looked at. Pull in. Of course, there's like 4 cars in line to the tire or to the air pump. And then, so I go over and park to wait, and I get out and I look, and my tire is completely flat. And then I notice somebody has slashed my tire. Like, there is a definite, like, knife stabbing in my tire. We don't know if it happened at Walmart, or I don't know if it happened at home. I just know it happened. So luckily we have tow coverage on our insurance. So I quickly went through my insurance app and did a claim for the tow truck. Called my husband, and he's kind of freaking out on me because he has just paid rent, and so we don't have extra money to buy a tire. So he's like, call your mom. So I called my mom, and she borrowed us the money. She's like, whenever you get there, let me know how much you need for the tire. Okay. So anyways, tow truck driver shows up, and he's like, do you have a spare? I'm like, there's a cover underneath my van. I do not know if there's a spare in it. I've been telling my husband to check. He's never checked. So he goes up and he thumps the cover, and he's like, yep, there's something in there. So he was able to put on my spare tire. I had a spare. The spare tire ultimately was low itself, but the spare tire has been on the car for over 10 years and never used and never taken off. So he changed this to the spare. I drove over to the tire shop. I literally had to wait there 2 hours. Call my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is now concerned about me. I'm like, I'm here. I'm okay. I just need, if I'm not able to get home in time to get the kids off the bus because my husband's working, can you run over to the house? They have a key. You can either let them in, or if you want to take them back to your guys' place, I can come get them after. So they're like, yeah, that's fine. Well, anyways, time goes by. I was able to get home in time. I get home, and our Chewy order was delivered, which doesn't seem out of far-fetched for anything. Oh no, I open up the box and our bags. First of all, I noticed the box when we have a Ring doorbell. Or not doorbell, peephole camera. And when the FedEx driver carried the box up, I'm like, that box does not look right. It was a short, square box, and usually our food comes in a long, flat, rectangular box. I'm like, what the heck? So anyways, I get home, I pick it up, and I'm like, well, it feels heavy like it should. Get in, open up the box, and sure enough, because they have shipped our cat food in a too small of box, the plastic the plastic things that our cat food is in have now burst all over the box. I'm like, okay, at this point, and this is the no good, very bad day. Universe is telling me to go to bed and try again tomorrow. I called Chewy. Chewy replaced it, which I knew they would. Chewy's really good about that. It's just, it was like another thing, another nail in the coffin of a bad day. And what I'm trying to get at is, you know, when in the past, when I've had bad days like that, it's like I blow up at everything. I'm just very angry. I'm upset. Like, nothing in the world is right. But for some reason, last Friday was just like you know, it is what it is. I'll just go back to get bed and we'll try again tomorrow. Like, I had other things to do, and I'm just like, I'm not even going to do it. They can wait until tomorrow. I will be fine if they get done tomorrow. We did them on Saturday, and the world has been right. I mean, I still have anxiety now with that tire. But I mean, the tire slash honestly ended up being a blessing in disguise. Well, it was frustrating because these tires aren't even a year old. My husband got them put on last summer. But when the tow truck driver, he didn't see the slash on the side of the tire. When he pulled the tire off, he's like, oh, well, here's your problem. There was a screw in the bottom of the tire. And I'm like, well, you missed the slash on the front. And he looks at me and he goes, well, at least it's the same tire. Which, yes, I thank God that if it was somebody who's going to slash my tire, at least they slashed the tire that already had an issue. So not only do I need to buy 2 new tires, which are not even a year old, I only now have to purchase 1. So the moral of the story is, I feel like something in me is changing, and it's going to a more positive area, and I'm going to try to project that. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff on here where you rant from time to time, but it'll be what it'll be. But it's, I just, lately I've had a more positive attitude about things since, like I said, I feel like the devil's trying to push the buttons, but instead of like in the past, the way I reacted, I'm not allowing it. So anyways, I know I'm rambling at this point. Dyni has on, I believe it's Child of Mine. It's the Carter's for Target brand. It's a linen cotton material. It is white with blue pinstripes, and it's got these little gray bunnies all over it. And then the pocket is a light blue with a bunny face embroidered onto it, and it's got buttons down the front. It's got a little collar on it. It's short sleeve and shorts, and it looks really cute on Dyni, and it's perfect for Easter. So I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you all next week. Bye!